Hi everyone, you're welcome to Nao Creative World. Today we'll be making a Zara cap or Zara turban. Now the materials you'll be needing is your turkey material, and you need your office pin. You also need your marco as well, and you need your scissors. Now the measurements I have here for the turkey material is 20 by 25 inches. It's 25 inches long and 20 inches wide. 25 inches long and 20 inches wide. Now I'm going to fold it into two from the side that is 25 inches. I'll fold it into two equal half. Can you see it now? I'll fold it into two equal half. Then for the marco is going to be the same measurement as that of the scarf. It's going to be 18 inches by 2.5 inches. 18 inches long and 2.5 inches wide. Now for the fabric now, I have folded into two equal half. I'm going to notch it to get the midpoint. So now this is the midpoint of the fabric. So I'm going to notch it using my scissors. I will notch the midpoint using my scissors this way. And then after folding the 25 inches into two, we now have 12.5 here. So from this 12.5, I'm going to start from the side that is folded to the other side. I'm going to measure her to 9 inches. So this is it now. I'll measure her to 9 inches. So after I measure her to the 9 inches, I'm also going to come to the other side as well. You can turn to the other side, or better still, just notch it. So can you see it now? Then I will now open it. So this is what I'll have. So I now know where I notch and the other side. So from here to this side is now 18 inches. And that is the length of the marco that I have cut at. So I'll now place the marco on it this way. Can you see it now? I'll place the marco on it this way. And then after, I will then fold. Can you see it now? I will fold this fabric inside on the marco. I'll fold it inside. But before I fold, so that I will not miss the midpoint when I want to stitch, for me to be able to get my midpoint very well, I will just take my pin, or you can just take it to your sewing machine, just stitch this place down. I'll just take my pin to pin this down to the fabric. So when I want to stitch, I'm very sure that the marco is at the midpoint. It's not going off. It's not. It has not gone off from the midpoint. So I'll just use my pin to hold the other side down as well. So as you can see now, it's on the fabric. So you can just take it to the sewing machine, stitch this part down, and come to the other side and stitch it down as well. Now I'll then fold. Can you see it now? I will fold this fabric this way, and when I fold, I will leave about half an inch or 1 inch. Don't forget, leave about half an inch or 1 inch when folding. So from here now, I'm not just going to start stitching from this point that is very close to the marco. I'm going to extend my hand a bit and take the stitching to about 1 inch apart from the marco. Please note that your stitches, when you are stitching, because I'm going to stitch this place, your stitching, or when you take it to the machine, is going to be about 1 inch or half inch apart from the fabric. It's not going to be too close. It's going to be 1 inch or half inch apart from the marco. Don't allow it to be too close to the marco. So I will then pin it down and take it to the sewing machine, and then I will just run it down to the other side. And after stitching, this is what I'm going to have. Can you see it now? This is what I'm going to have after stitching. So I'm going to fold into two equal half this way, just the way you normally make your turban cap. And then after, I will stitch this down to this other side. From here to here, I'll stitch it. So once that is done, this is what I'm going to have. Can you see it? successfully stitched this from this end to this other end, but we're not done yet. From this point now, this edge that is open before now, I'm going to mark at 3 inches from here. So after marking at 3 inches from here, I'm going to use my chalk. I'll use my chalk or my pen. I'll just mark from this point to this other point. Can you see it now? So after marking it out, I'm going to cut it out. And after cutting, this is what I'm going to have. After cutting, this is what I'm going to have. Don't forget, I stitched this part. And at this point now, I'm going to thread my needle, my hand needle, and I'll be doing a running stitch from this part to this other part, just the way you would do for your turban. So I'll do a running stitch here now to the other side. So this is it now. After running it with my needle and my thread, I did a running stitch here about half an inch apart or 1 inch apart. So I'm going to drag this now to the other side. So I'll drag. Can you see it now? I'll drag, and then I'll tie here. So after tying, this is what I will have, and then I'll cut the excess thread out of it, and I'll turn to the right side. So this is what I have as my turban cap on the. So this is what I have on my turban, my Zara turban cap, or my Zara cap. So I'll place it on my dummy head now. Can you see it now? So when I place it on my dummy head, I'll tuck this part inside. I'll tuck it in. I'll just use my hand to tuck it in, and at the front, this is what I will have. Can you see it now? Can you see how beautiful it looks? This is it now. This is it for the finished look of our Zara cap or turban cap.